Aim,
Intense,
mentorship,
passionate,
discipline,
process,
daily tests.
necessary.
That these students, they start very strong, but gradually they lose momentum. So how does the AIM program help them in maintaining it?
The nature of this examination is that it's such a long process.
Right.
And I always tell this to students, having more time is a bigger problem than having less time. And I think we have a record number of students qualifying prelims from this year's AIM. And we are going to go behind them like anything for mains. Like we're going to focus on them, right? I think I'm seeing a lot of screenshots with students saying that, sir, I'm getting 100, I'm getting 95, I'm getting 105. A lot of students have been appreciative of the effort that we have put in. So AIM, what it does to long time is that it gives a very structured plan and schedule, right? So it tells you that, okay, this is what has to be done.
What separates the toppers from everyone else? What is so unique about them? Or are they just lucky enough to get selected? Hello everyone. We'll be talking about all of this and how is the AIM program connected to it. We are privileged to have with us the program director of AIM, Mr. Asif, who comes in with more than 10 years of experience in mentoring and guiding students. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
So this is our third interview on AIM, and
yes, ma'am.
Every year we have something or the other new feature added to our AIM program.
Right.
So I'm very excited to have a conversation with you
I'm
today.
also excited about the third year because I think this is the first year we have rank holders.
Right.
Second year we have rank holders. We
Right.
have 2 top 100 rank holders.
Wow, that's really nice.
Who are actively, vouching for our program and how it benefited them.
Yeah.
And we have improved the program like every year. We have added new things, new features.
Yeah.
Some features which is surprise for students also we will not inform
this
them.
year instead of 5 phases, we have 7 phases.
7 phases, right? And we have given some leave also.
Right.
Like, I think we have made it light.
Diwali break and all.
Diwali break and all is there, right? But it's a very exciting year.
True, true. So, sir, mostly the programs, they talk about how it helps. But we'll just flip it around and I would like to know, AIM is not meant for whom?
Okay, I think I use this very commonly. Like, AIM is for people who have completed syllabus.
Right.
AIM is for people who are looking to improve marks. AIM is for people who are working from home or people who are coming back after a break.
Right.
But AIM is also not for everyone, right?
True.
There is an AIM for everyone, but at the same time, AIM is not for everyone.
True.
It is only for students who are willing to work hard and rigorously, practice and follow what we are telling them.
Right.
So don't join if you are someone who's not willing to work hard.
Right. And you always say, sir, this thing also that it's very tough, it's very intense, and not everyone can finish it.
Because I think I go with the philosophy of CMD sir, that we are a student-first institute, right? We always keep students in mind. And it is our responsibility to inform students in advance the rigorous nature of any program before they join. Because it should not be that, because of FOMO they join, my friends are joining, my roommate is joining.
And after joining they regret.
They regret it, right? It's better to have serious students who are willing to do what we are expecting them to do rather than frivolous students who are just looking for something to join, right? So that is why we inform students that it is rigorous, it is difficult, and I think the beauty of the program is also the rigorous nature of it. Anything worth doing is difficult to do.
Right, so right. And so in this program, we have students, maybe they must have given 2 prelims, or maybe they must have appeared for 2 mains examination, or maybe they are looking for a better score and a better rank.
Right.
So how does like a similar kind of a program help all kind of students?
See, I think more than a program, it is a process. We have created a system where we are telling people that, what to read on a daily basis.
Right.
So there is a schedule.
Yeah.
Right. What a particular person does on that particular day for that schedule could be different.
Right.
Maybe someone who's looking for a mark improvement or let's say someone who's looking at writing their first mains will not look at the same question in the same manner.
True.
They will have different content, they will have different value addition, they will have different things. But in the end, we have created a system where every day they'll sit and work for 5-6 hours and rigorously make that notes, research. They'll do the grind.
Right.
So the grind is our role, right? Because unlike other programs, This is a program where we will sit and you will do the work.
Right.
Right.
Because as such, everyone has to cover the syllabus.
Right. Everyone has to
So
cover the syllabus.
even if they are at their different levels of preparation, still they have to do all
They
those
have to do.
assignments.
So I always tell that, someone who's looking for a rank improvement, when they are writing an assignment, they will write something different.
Right.
When someone who's looking for a first timer, they will probably copy paste what they have done in their foundation. So it brings out different things for different people.
Right. So, sir, AIM was definitely not built up in a conference room. So, it came after observing the toppers. So, what exactly did you observe in the toppers?
I think I've been fortunate to work with a lot of hardworking and successful students over the years. And we were able to closely work with a lot of top rankers. I don't want to throw names and ranks, but we observe certain characteristics and certain behavioral patterns of such kind of students. And we noticed that, most of them are extremely hardworking. I don't think any of them are where they are because of luck or because of random things, right? Most of them have great notes, right, which they can revise, which they can use for last minute revision, which is in their own handwriting, which is very concise, which is value added. Most of them have practiced a lot of answers, lot of tests, they have written, they have done all those things. And most of them have someone to guide them, like, maybe it's a brother or a sibling who's in service, or it's a teacher or it's a mentor. They have someone who's been guiding them. So we took all these ingredients which builds a topper, and we build a program around that. We created a system which makes people work and make notes every day. We created tests that's happening at the end of every week based on the notes that we are doing every day. We have allocated a fixed mentor for every student. So this is how the program is devised on how and what works for a good ranker.
So, sir, like you said, like the toppers, they have very precise and to the point notes and everything. So, is it that making notes is the most important, criteria to succeed in any examination, and how do we help them to make notes?
See, I think I'll tell you the importance of notes. See, UPSC syllabus, if somebody had to put it, it's like, everything under the sun.
Yes.
It's very wide. It has polity, economy, geography, IR, security. There's a wide variety of things. That's excluding the optional. That's excluding the CSAT paper, the compulsory paper. So it's almost everything. And when you have such a wide range of syllabus, and when you are expected to write 250 words answers in 10 minutes and 150 word answers in 7 minutes, you should have the ability to recollect arguments and facts and data very fast in very short time.
Right.
And that will only happen if you're able to revise anything multiple times.
True.
Right?
For that you need to have good notes.
For that you need to have notes. Right? If you don't have those notes in that concise format, you cannot revise something 10 times. You cannot revise something 50 times. If you don't have your value addition in a very short format, you can't revise that 100 times. And if you can't revise it 100 times, you're not going to remember it. There is no rocket science out here. It's basically your effort and your hard work and your persistence which will result in it. How does AIM help in note making? Our assignments and workbooks are purely designed for note making.
Okay.
Even this year, I think we have had rank holders who have said that, I've referred only to AIM workbook.
Workbooks and all.
And completed the workbooks, and they have referred only to the workbooks. Maybe they have referred to other things, but they have actively depended upon the AIM workbooks, right? And these workbooks will help you consolidate important themes, value addition, all those things will happen there.
Okay. So, sir, these workbooks are based on both prelims and mains, or is it just mains oriented?
Workbooks are based on mains. It is not based on prelims. For prelims, we have a completely different approach. Okay. So 5-6 months we are focusing on prelims, where there is conceptual testing, where there is sectional testing, booster, all India open. I think maybe there's more than 50 prelims tests, right? And anyone who's able to go through, and now I think we have been mapping questions from this year's prelims to what you call AIM tests. Right. And I think we have hit a lot of questions. I think the numbers are closer to 50. I'm not saying as it is word by word questions have come, but themes, the areas from which we have highlighted questions have come. And I'm sure it would have been helpful. And I think we have a record number of students qualifying prelims from this year's AIM. Okay. Right. And that is, I think, a very good thing. And we are going to go behind them like anything for mains. Like we are going to focus on them, right?
So after appearing for the preliminary examination 2025, what did the AIM student tell you? Like what they...
I think I'm seeing a lot of screenshots with students saying that, sir, I'm getting 100, I'm getting 95, I'm getting 105. A lot of students have been appreciative of the effort that we have put in. We have been behind them for revision, tests and everything. And I think it has
So that means
helped.
many questions had come from our assignments and
See, it's
tests
not directly coming, but
Yeah.
I think the content that we covered were relevant and many of the options would have been repeated from options in certain questions. I think very rarely any institution's questions are exactly repeated in UPSC.
Not
at least in
possible at all.
prelims.
Yeah.
Right? Mains, maybe there is a higher chance. In prelims, it's your ability to eliminate options of certain questions based on your practice of such quality themes in the past.
And so giving so many tests, they must have been already habitual of sitting and giving the test.
Right.
So sitting there in that atmosphere also might be quite comfortable for them.
Simulating that exam environment as many times, practicing so much that it becomes a second, thing for them to do. Right.
So many a times we see that these students, they start very strong, but gradually they lose momentum. So how does the AIM program help them in maintaining it?
The nature of this examination is that it's such a long process.
Right.
And I always tell this to students, having more time is a bigger problem than having less time. When you have more time, you compare your life with others, you get on social media, you get depressed, you focus on few things for a long time.
True.
So AIM, what it does to long time is that it gives a very structured plan and schedule, right? So it tells you that, okay, this is what has to be done. This is what has to be covered within this many weeks. This is a test that is happening on this date. This is a workshop that is happening on this time. So that consistent initiatives and reminders and calls and Google Meets and everything that's being done by the program and the mentors will really help people stay on track.
Right. Okay. So, sir, there must be times when students must have told you that I want to quit. No, it's not my cup of tea. I cannot carry on with it.
This goes back to the first question you asked. Why do we tell people about the negative things of the program?
Right.
Because we don't want people to come and join this program with a light heart, with an expectation that it's easy. It's not a feel-good program. It's a feel-bad program, right? You know, it's gonna make you. I think Ritika said, I've cried so many times. Like, it'll make you maybe cry. It'll make you stressed because we are expecting you to work so hard, right? So it is. It's difficult for many people to sustain that particular program, right?
So, sir, like our AIM program, it basically means Advanced Integrated Mentorship Program. So, definitely the role of mentors is very important.
Right.
And I've seen like they give very honest feedback to these students, and sometimes it can be a little bit demotivating also for them.
True. I had to ask some of the mentors to tone down because some of them started getting very aggressive because they're very passionate people.
True.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if some light abuses were also used that you have to do it.
You have to do it.
Because you have given us a responsibility to push you, and we'll take our effort to push you to do that. And I think the best part of the program is that we have attracted some really good talent to be part of this program.
Okay.
The mentors who are part of the program, the people who are at the back end, the people who are working on the content. I think we probably have the best team for any program in this industry right now.
Okay.
Who are extremely hardworking, passionate. Even when we interview, we look for people who are willing to pick up the call even if it's late night.
Okay.
We want people who are willing to go out of the way to help students, right? It's not a job, it's a passion. It's a kind of a mindset that these people have. Right?
So that means
and we have a great team.
Right. So that means they give a personal touch and a personalized mentorship to all these students.
And I think we have been able to develop a culture like that where I think one of the best compliments we have received for a program is that, the team makes it look like it's their attempt. Like, we do that. Like, when a student is giving that attempt, we feel like, it's our attempt, it's our responsibility. So we have that kind of a passion to this process.
Okay. So, sir, this is the third year for the AIM program. So, how is it different from the first year?
First year, I think we had 6 days of assignments. This time we have brought it down to 5 because of a lot of requests by students because 6 was getting too intense.
Right.
It was difficult for students to prepare optional and all. So we have kept the Saturdays off. We have added 2 more phases to it. That means we have added a conceptual testing phase where 1 month of prelims testing will happen on basic concepts. we will be starting prelims-oriented preparation in December.
Okay.
Even the assignments that will be written by students in November will be prelims-intensive topics like art and culture, environment. What we have realized from year one is that if you can't get enough people to clear prelims, it's futile.
Definitely.
Right. So earlier, I think the weightage of the program was 60-70% mains, 30-40% prelims. Now it's equally prelims and mains. Like our
50-50%.
mains faces intensive on mains, our prelims faces intensive on prelims.
Okay.
Because of that, I think the number of people who are clearing prelims from the program this year or expected to clear prelims from this program this year is substantially high.
Right.
And I think that may be the highest percentage from the industry right now.
Okay.
The number of percentage of people who are clearing prelims.
Right. So, sir, in the AIM program, we prepare them for prelims, we prepare them for mains, and automatically they are prepared for the interview as well. But we do not cover the optional subjects.
Right.
What is the reason, and how can the AIM students simultaneously prepare for the optionals?
So I think the challenge with respect to optional is that there are n number of optional. It will be impractical for us to create such kind of a process
intensive
for every
program
optional,
for everyone.
Every optional with the kind of quality that we are providing in GS, right? Because now the student community has a certain expectation from the team. If we deliver anything which is of a lower quality or a lower expectation, it reflects badly on us, right? So we don't want to do. We are clear on what we can do, and we are equally clear on what we cannot do, right? We cannot. We inform this in the counseling also that we do not help in optional. We help in GS, we help in essay, and this is our role, right? We help in prelims, we help in mains, we help in interview, right? But optional is something which is very diverse. It's impractical for us to handhold everyone because we don't have that kind of a diverse resource pool also on this, right? But we have given sufficient space for students to prepare for optional also, right? I think after the first phase, we have left 2 weeks of break. It's 5 days of assignments. It's mostly 5 questions to prepare every day, which will be coming down to 5 hours a day, right? And I believe a serious aspirant will prepare for almost 10 hours a day.
Right.
If you're not preparing for 10 hours a day, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Right.
So, sir, can you recall about any such inspiring story of a aimer? I think we call them as aimers.
Aimers, we call them aimers, right.
So, any inspiring story, maybe somebody who had initially given up and then, you know.
I think we have a lot of students who were not very serious students before they joined AIM, right? When they join and when they see the rigorous nature of the program, it breaks them in the first month. And then once they get to the routine by the second and third month, I think there was something that a top 100 ranker, I think it was Abhishek, rank 78, who said this, that, you know, first month you will not see any difference. Second month you will not see any difference. But after 5-6 months or maybe after a year, you will see substantial difference.
Right.
We have a lot of students who are coming to meet us because their roommates changed. Right? You know, they were not a very serious student, but after joining AIM, after so much work, now I'm like, you know, how can he be so good, hardworking? That is something that was very interesting for us because most of the admissions that's coming to us now is word of mouth. Because of recommendations of students, because of people who have experienced improvements. We have had students who have improved 60-70 marks in mains. That's amazing, right? And I think one story that I remember is that, you know, we had a student last year who did not qualify prelims. So around this time, immediately after prelims, he came and met me and he showed me my hands. He asked me, you know, do you find anything different on my hand? I said, no, nothing. See this muscle here, right? That came after I joined AIM because I have written
too many answers.
I've practiced so much that, you know, that was very amazing. And I think Abhishek, rank 78, also said something interesting, right? You know, I practiced so much that I started feeling like ChatGPT. Like, you know, you ask me anything, I can come up with an answer, right? I'll be able to answer. So I think AIM as a program is been able to create a process which helped people to practice a lot. And we wanted to give people a good attempt, right? If AIM is a process-oriented program to give people a good attempt that they feel like, you know, I deserve a rank, right? You know, I have worked hard. I deserve this, right?
Actually, sir, this program is a true example of that. Consistency is the key to success.
Consistency is the key.
That is what is needed. Anyone can do it, but you need to be consistent.
There are no shortcuts, especially in a super competitive examination like this, which probably attracts some of the most hardworking and smartest people in the world, right? It's
that is the reason, like students say that earlier we were just preparing, but with AIM now we are progressing. Yeah.
Because I think in AIM the advantage is that you are constantly assessing, you're meeting mentors, you're having workshops, you're we even have a reward ceremony. I think I call it the AIM Filmfare Award. Like, you know,
AIM Filmfare Awards.
Like it's you've seen that bottle which we give.
Right, I've seen that.
It's a black, nice shape. It looks like that Filmfare Award bottle, right? So we reward people who complete all assignments, all assessments. It's not an easy thing to do.
We have those badges and
we
mugs.
We have those badges, mugs, calendars and a lot of things, right? We wanted to gamify it also, so that, you know, there is some kind of incentive for people to do. There is social appreciation, like that means they are being recognized,
appreciated
for their
in
effort.
Front of everyone.
I think this year, after the reward ceremony for completing assignment assessment, one student was almost in tears. He said, "This is the first prize I have gotten in my life. I want to show it to my parents."
That's so sweet.
Like, so I think in the end, all of us, even at whatever age you are or at whatever stage of your life you are, you want appreciation.
True.
You want recognition. You want validation.
Right.
So I think AIM, through its various quirky things, does that also for you.
So, sir, we have talked about prelims, we have talked about mains. So, specifically for essay and ethics, how do we help our aimers?
I think the common thing between essay and ethics is that it's something that decides your interview opportunity or your rank, right? Ethics is very scoring, essay is very tricky. And both ethics and essay, we start with ethics, we have assignments. Essay, we have sectional tests, full tests. We have a lot of intensive workshops for essay. And post prelims, when they qualify for mains, we have value addition program by Pati sir for ethics, and there is an essay guidance program by Ruchika ma'am also.
Right.
So we have a special focus on ethics.
So this year, when are we
and
starting with the programs?
This year the program will start on 10th of July, June.
Okay. 10th of June.
10th of June, and the assignments will start on 16th of June.
Okay. And even the new batch for AIM is starting from 10th of June.
And I think with respect to batch also, I think I would like to say something that we are not a program which launches every month.
Yes.
We don't have a program in December, January,
so there'll be just one AIM batch.
Two batches,
Two
right?
batches.
One in June and one in July. That's what we follow. Because we don't want to take admissions and put you in a situation where you're designed to fail.
Yes.
If I start an AIM program in January, you will not be able to do it. You'll unnecessarily come and join a program. And many of these mentorship programs are starting every month. I don't know how they manage to do it. So AIM has only 2 intakes. So if you want to do it sooner.
Right.
Because we have had students who come back 2 months, 3 months later and who says that, you know, me and my roommate came for the inquiry. My roommate joined. He has already finished 3 subjects. I'm still in the first subject.
Right.
So if you want to give it sooner.
Right.
But before you join the program, think through it. Don't take a knee-jerk reaction.
Right.
It's not an easy decision to make, right? It's difficult, right?
Right. So, sir, one last thing that I would like to ask you is, like, if there is a student who has been very sincere in his preparation, but he's stuck now, what advice you would like to give?
It depends upon where he's stuck, right? Which subject area and what is his level of commitment, his or her level of commitment and motivation also. Because there are students who are failing in prelims. I like what Ritika said, that, you know, maybe it is a blessing in disguise to fail in prelims and not in mains. Because when you fail in prelims, you have more time to improve and things. Because when you fail in mains, you are just getting promoted from a prelims failed student to a mains failed student.
True.
That's not going to help you. You are in this examination to secure a rank and not to write mains or to give the interview, right?
True.
So when you are stuck or when you're failing, take that time to build and give that kind of a preparation where you're proud of it.
Right.
10 years from now, if somebody asks you when was the time that you worked hardest in your life, you should say that I was part of AIM, this program, and I worked so hard, right?
True.
And you should be proud of the effort that you're putting in. Nobody should be able to come and tell you that, you know, you should have done this much more. People should be jealous of your preparation and your hard work. That should be how you should prepare.
True, sir. Very true, sir. Thank you so much for giving such honest and reliable responses, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
And so before we wrap up, I would like to have a rapid fire round.
This is a surprise.
So,
right.
Yes, sir. And so I'll be giving you a phrase or a word. You need to respond in a single word, whatever comes to your mind first. So shall we start?
Yes.
Okay. Aim.
Intense.
Mentorship.
Passionate.
Discipline.
Process.
Daily tests.
Necessary.
Strategy.
Smart work.
Student journey.
Different and personal.
Failure.
Temporary.
Consistency.
Persistence.
Toppers.
Survivors.
Feedback.
Necessary.
Peer groups.
Make or break.
Pressure.
At the right pressure, it is good. Pressure is a very good word because people perform under pressure.
True.
At the
That
right
good
amount of
pressure
pressure.
has to be
good
there.
pressure has to be there.
Right.
If you don't have pressure, no, you will not be able to perform.
True. Growth.
Inevitable.
And the last one, I want a funny reply for this.
Right.
One emoji for aim.
I think there is this emoji where the emoji has a hand with a muscle, like
Right.
it's very powerful, right? Maybe something like that.
Yes. So
That's what I
aim
will-
will make you more powerful.
More powerful, more hardworking, something.
Yeah.
I think again, let students decide based on their analysis, research. Let them speak to other students who have done the program, and we are very confident to ask students to speak to our aimers.
Right.
Because we have been a very responsive team.
So we have taken so many testimonials and Google reviews.
Yeah, I think it's
It's
probably
like-
the most Google reviewed program in this industry.
True,
Right?
so
I
true.
think hundreds of people have reviewed the
very
program.
positive and honest reviews they
Not
have
not
given.
everything. There are some one or two here and there which are not very not good also. But the majority of reviews are good. Right? But I think it's all credit to the team, the mentors, the people who are making all the papers, the people who are evaluating, people who are ensuring that the program runs. We have committed a lot of things. It's not an easy thing to ensure that everything runs on time,
True.
everything is delivered. So it's a team effort, and I think it's fair to say that we have the best team in the industry on any program.
Very true, sir.
Right?
I can see them, sir, even now because inquiries are pouring in and they are all like
All sitting
into
and
it.
working,
All
right.
the mentors are taking one-to-one.
It's a very
interaction with
hardworking,
them.
very passionate team.
Right, right. So thank you, sir.
you,
Thank you so much for giving us such
you, ma'am.
valuable inputs.
Thank you, ma'am.
And students, like we started with luck. Yes, luck is there, but only with those students who are consistent, dedicated, and hardworking in their efforts. So see you soon. And yes, do not forget our new AIM badge is starting from 10th of June. So see you soon. Till then, keep learning and keep shining. Thank you so much.
Thank you.